Good day, viewers. Welcome to a brand new episode of Spotlight. I'm stepping in for your regular host, JJ Chukwuma. I am Obi Olisa. In the house, we have Dr. Panebi Bostrosi. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
So, can we get to know you, sir?
I'm Panebi Bostrosi. I'm a medical doctor, a consultant, obstetrician, and gynecologist.
That is lovely. That's the part I like. So, what actually sparked your passion for medicine?
It's ironic. It's not really passion initially, but we kept going. It looked what we saw post secondary school as something competitive, and it looks like we could fit into medicine, so we entered the medicine.
There was no parental influence, like your father or mother wanted you to be a doctor?
No parental influence. Unfortunately, I'm the person that influenced myself to do medicine.
Okay, that is great. And you are a consultant and you say obstetrics and gynaecology. Why obstetrics and gynaecology?
Yes, it stems from navigating, looking through all units during housemanship, and trying one or two, and eventually, obstetrics and gynaecology was the most engaging of all the units. So we eventually settled into obstetrics and gynaecology.
It is engaging. What especially is engaging? Because I know neurosurgery is engaging, pediatrics engaging. So why particular? What was that thing that made you pick Baba ONG?
ONG came up because it's the department or the unit that has the best outcome. You treat a patient, you get good results immediately. So that's what has kept me in ONG.
That is great. So can you walk us through your journey?
The journey so far, after secondary school, we got into medical school. The challenges of medical school, we tried through all the classes. The fifth year was much more challenging. Of course, a repeat here and there.
Let me guess, pediatrics.
Yes, definitely pediatrics is for my university. That's the only stubborn block.
You did not even tell us where you graduated from. So please let me go back. Where did you graduate from?
I graduated from the unique University of Port Harcourt.
Unique, a bit prestigious.
The unique and prestigious University of Port Harcourt.
All right, so please, continue, sir.
So the fifth year, you have to stall yourself there, whether by yourself or by the system. Then you continue your journey after that interruption. So that's
all right, Panebi. So take us through your journey.
My journey, if we would put tracks to it, primary school, a teacher's child, you go to school humbly, you go through the school, you write your exams. That was for primary school. Secondary school was more technical. One has to choose between being a science student and an art student. One was extremely good in the arts, but of course, everybody in the house is a scientist, so you have to bend yourself to become a scientist. So we start pushing ourselves to do the chemistry, the physics, the mathematics, and the biology, and we eventually got our WAEC. Next was you have to go to university. Everybody is a graduate, you have to follow. So it's now, what do we choose? The options of the high jam score courses came up, and of course we had to choose the medicine out of it because we felt they've groomed us enough to succeed. So that's why the option, the best of the best, that's why medicine came up. We wrote jam, we got good scores in jam, merit list, and the school started. We didn't know that was just the beginning. Medical school happened on top of us. Of course, the first year was almost an upgrade of secondary school. But when the medical courses started, we knew that we are in for it. But we're lucky that somehow encouragement here and there, good friends, good association, good mentors in the senior classes, especially the immediate senior classes, it kept us going. But we came to the fifth year, the almighty fifth year in my unique University of Port Harcourt.
Yeah, please, can you call what year? Because I think every medical school have a year that is like the year, like what a rate limiting step. So which class was that in particular?
It was the fifth year, and striking was the pediatrics of the fifth year. The gynecology, somehow we found a way to navigate, but the pediatrics would hold you down. You have to be extremely good in all sense.
Yes.
But of course, we had to repeat a year.
You just repeated a year only?
Repeated a year, the pediatric exams. If you don't fail the theory, you may likely fail the clinical. So
Pass the theory.
we pass the theory, you fail the clinical. So we had to repeat a year. We made it through the 6th year, and we became graduates and housemen or interns.
So let me ask, when you graduated, your full village came for your induction, I guess.
Well, they were informed. Most of the key representatives came for the induction.
I guess as much. So I'm going to ask, are you the first doctor in your family, first doctor in your clan, or first doctor in your community?
Yes, the first doctor in my community, I think the third doctor in the clan.
Wow.
So I think that was striking for the community. Of course, the clan had their senior doctor, so but we were recognized by even the senior doctor that his younger ones are coming through as well. So
you are a pace setter, or you are the third pace setter
in the clan, the third pace setter in the clan.
Okay, that is great. So please continue this.
So after that, we went through housemanship, difficult tasks, and all of it. We had a pause, and we went for youth corps.
So where did you serve?
Served in Lagos, the heart of Lagos, Surulere, Baja Primary Health Center. So we worked for a year there. We came back, and we're lucky in those days. We came back. We had the government job, so we had to work a couple of years. Then it was looking like you have to further, because it was more like the in thing, especially for the classmates. So we pushed for. Initially, I went for internal medicine. It looks quiet, decent. You'll be well dressed all day.
White coat.
A white coat. You put on your tie. But after 7 months, I think it wasn't fitting. It wasn't engaging me the whole day.
So let's understand. This engagement you're talking about. What was the problem with internal medicine?
Results are not. The outcome of results for me as a person wasn't too encouraging. So
you have a lot of clients leaving us, going to the other side.
Yeah, so that's dying. So for me, I like a job. You see your outcome. You put extremely large effort or huge effort, and you see extremely huge results that are good. So that's how that's persuaded me to look into another specialty. And of course, I had some initial interest in O&G some years ago. So we went through the process of getting to O&G, and the rest, more or less, we can say would have been history. But we can break it down. The primaries, you do your first segment of the residency training. You're more or less the junior there. You run around, you learn the ropes. Then if you get your first exam successfully, you become a senior. Then you will now be more or less the deputy manager of your unit or your department. So by then, the more responsibilities become more enormous. Then you need to know how to navigate even the outside world, because you soon be released to the outside world. So that's
so it's as if it's a prison.
Released to the outside world. Definitely is a prison.
Jail time.
Yes, after serving jail time of between 6 to 7 to 8 years, you eventually be released. But what the program is designed is to equip you to handle the pressures of the outside world, because you'll be a self-trainer, a trainer of people, and representative of your school or university. So those are some responsibilities that come with it. So we came out some 3 years ago, and it's been interesting experience because you keep on learning. So we've been doing good so far, especially the high pressure facilities we work in, and in a state where you have just a couple of obstetricians. So far, the results have been good so far. So the job is still extremely interesting.
This is lovely. This is great. Remember last time you told us that you're the third person to be a doctor in your community. This year, a consultant. So I'm thinking you should be the pace setter now. So which one number are you now?
I'm the second consultant.
Okay, third medical doctor in the community, second consultant. Okay, that is great. That is lovely. So in this your experience, in this your journey, just tell us one experience that stands out.
The remarkable experience I would always recall in my entire journey. It's my third year. They call it second MB.
Yeah.
That's more or less the first professional exam for school. Three courses were written. One passed three courses, two courses, and failed one. Now I failed the so-called easiest of the course. They call it biochemistry. Biochemistry, and I was eventually I was told I did very well in the most difficult courses. So I was standing out like a paradox.
So please, just
the courses physiology and anatomy, passed that excellently, and I think from the breakdowns that we used to go and peep, they were very good. One of the best in the class for those courses. However, I had to fail the easiest of the course. So like, am I a paradox?
I don't think it's easier.
Oh, for the every class has patterns. So for my class, it was said that this is the easiest. So, but failing the easiest and succeeding, that was something that marked like, okay, maybe I adjust my ways and all of that. So that's my most remarkable experience, especially when I was told the score of my human physiology. It was an excitement mood and a sad mood because I got about the best score. However, I failed a course. But we wrote a receipt. Was the best in the receipt now. So I kept pushing, and that's how we have moved to that.
Okay, that is great. So we all have our dance. Thank God we're able to rise above all obstacles. So, how would you describe your current medical practice?
Current medical practice. I work in a specialist hospital. High pressures in the center of the state capital. So, high load or heavy load of patients. And we one how to bring to bear all the skills one has acquired all through. So extremely busy units comparing to federal medical centers and teaching hospitals. That's the extent which we move, and somehow we'll be able to do very good, huge success.
So you guys are the best of the best. Okay, in your practice currently where you are, so why do people say what sets you apart from another consultant? That I come to your clinic as a woman and I say, beg, I want to see Dr. Panebi. What sets you apart from your other colleagues or other consultants in your unit or in the hospital?
Now, due to my experience, especially while training as a gynecologist, I think I've improved to bring the humane part in my practice, and I am very realistic. So it makes my job easier. So I think that makes my queues longer, especially in my facilities.
More work, but it's no increment in the salary now.
Yes, that's what we know, but somehow. Excitingly, the patients say your reward is coming somewhere. In fact, I get prayers. I told them we are all God's children, but they said the reward is in heaven. So I think I believe them because I've had some experiences. When I was a registrar, my colleagues have taken leave for exam, but I was still working till one day to the exam. Now, when the patients knew that I was going for the same exam where the colleagues have gone 2 weeks ago, they said, don't worry, you pass. Now, I went to the exam hall. All the activities I performed for the last 2 weeks after my colleagues have gone, they were just there. So I passed even without blinking. And the individuals that have gone 2 weeks ago, they all failed. So I think the prayer thing works even if it's not the speed we want it, but I think prayer works. I've seen an example of it, so that's what keeps me doing what I do.
Okay, people going for exams in medicine, so please follow Dr. Panebi. He said he worked till the last day before exams, but please, when you're doing that, ensure that you have a flight to go. because may travel to fly the day and fly to hang, and they'll tell you that you cannot go for your exam. So please, he has a good work ethic. I think is what you should cop. Okay. So how do you handle criticism in your facility?
Yes, we are realistic in life, so we know criticism will come. Now it comes from your colleagues, your juniors, and other staff. So and I handle criticism with positive outlook. Usually, I try to X-ray what the criticisms are about. Then I have a positive outlook on it. If it's obvious that there are errors from my own points, I try to correct it. I move on. I put more efforts, and I keep moving forward. I don't take criticism to put me down for a long time. Probably some pause, few hours, and I keep doing my job. And likely I will have to improve on what I was criticized for.
Lovely. So how easy to grow?
It makes me to grow by taking the positive aspects or the parts that I can improve on. So the next time I don't repeat basically the reasons why I'm criticized. So that's how I would use it to grow, and it makes me better the next time I encounter such situations.
Okay, that is lovely. So now, what is one of your biggest influences?
The influences I've had, they are probably not single. I had an influence from my grandfather. That's the first person that started shaping my life. I lived in an extended family. My uncle, it's an influence, Mr. Doibi Ayafa. Then one of the remarkable shapers is my elder brother. Unfortunately, we are almost mates, but because he was extremely brilliant, he had to be my mentor. And he doesn't know, but
He's going to know now.
quietly at home, he didn't know that he was my mentor. Until now, he doesn't know.
Oh, this is going to know.
So I hope he knows. I think he will have a huge smile on his face if he knows that. Okay. So those are the hugest influences from the family. Then at school, a couple of lecturers and some of the friends. The friends I was
call the lecturers. Let them hear that the other
Professor Ikimalo is retired. I think it's one of the major influencers, and fortunately, he was a professor of obstetrics and gynaecology. So I'd laid back and looked at him, positive, hardworking, and he seemed to have results.
That's great. What about your pre-medical school? Nobody?
My medical school, we have, fortunately, it's I think one of the persons nearby here asking me questions. This is Mr. or Dr. Obi, because he brings fun out of our difficult situations we had in school.
I'm not a role model, yes.
It was really encouraging because you have moments which you go down, but he was an individual, or he's an individual that always brings positivity out of our tough situations in school. So, and we have been friends for 20 years, 25 years or thereabouts.
24 years now.
24 years now, and still counting. So I think those are people that really shaped one to get to this stage or this level.
Okay, so what are the most challenging parts of being an obstetric and gynecology consultant?
The most challenging parts, it's now the workload. It looks like you would work until breaking points. Luckily, I was trained in a high-intensity environment, University of Omoni Oboli University, Ile-Ife, which workload is high, so I could cope. But it's still breaking because my facility in my state, it's the most functional facility, and we still maintain good outcomes. So you see patients being diverted from the teaching hospital and the Federal Medical Center to a specialist hospital. And the consultants are few. We have just 3 consultants currently. And all of that we had to. But so we keep on working. It's back-breaking. But we try to deliver and give high quality work. So that's the challenge. So we tend to find a way around keeping us to work. Those are some of the things we can say.
You talk about the work. What about the salary? Is it not challenging because everybody is jackpotting now? Is that not a challenge?
That's a huge challenge. But
I know if you go to UK, Saudi, most likely your income will be is it five? How would you call it? Is it five triple or four triple? You get more than four times what you currently earn.
that's what we've heard, and I believe so. That is true. But there's this way, going out really looks like just the financial gain. Life is in different facets. So would one only go after the financial benefits? What are the other parts of life? The social parts of life, the other things you could contribute to community. And of course, I'm a teacher of students, residents, senior residents, and other health cadre. So would I leave all of that contribution to the society? Those are the things that one is still looking at. However, the financial benefits are minimal. We hope we could have some improvements in them that could keep us still around. So it's still a question mark that should keep us around. So maybe at that point, there may be other decisions that will be made.
Okay, that was great. So okay, how do you overcome these obstacles?
Most times when situations arise, I'm a little bit calm so that I could get a bigger picture of why the problems are. These challenges or problems, I break them down to segments. So segments are handled by themselves. The segments are approached and broken down. So I could take a part at a time. Because if I look at a whole situation, it may be overwhelming occasionally. So that's how I overcome my challenges most times.
Okay, that is wonderful. Can you share a personal goal or aspiration for your career?
Now, I'm a work addict, a work freak. The aim to be the best obstetrician possible. That's my primary aim. Then how much I could help people that are in their need of situations I could help with. So those are what pushes me forward.
Okay, that is lovely. So, okay, what are the steps you're going to take to make you the best obstetric and gynecology consultant?
Currently, I'm a general obstetrician gynecologist. There are subspecialties that are still available. I'm looking into doing courses in reproductive endocrinology and assisted reproductive technology or technique. So those are subspecialties that I may likely delve into to have improved subspecialty trainings to get better. So those are some of the targets. There are other things that are in the framework. We're looking at those ones as well.
Okay, that is lovely. So apart from medicine, what other things do you delve into?
Currently, medicine is my whole life, but of course, one had so many other interests previously, so we are still exploring.
So okay, which message will our viewers like be your take home to our viewers?
For the take home message, would be work hard. You get a little bit more than average benefits for it. Put hours to your work, but try to identify if you are going to be satisfied from your work. So you put that, then have some side enjoyment, some side distraction occasionally. That keeps you mentally balanced. So that's something I can recommend for work and play a little bit.
Okay, that is lovely. Okay, so before you go, we have just a little game. Coke or Fanta, which one do you prefer?
Fanta.
Chelsea or Manchester United?
That would have been a previous question, but Chelsea.
Or Ronaldo or Messi?
It has to be Messi.
Davido or Whiskey?
Davido. There's some reasons for Davido.
Jollof fries or fried rice?
Jollof rice.
Thank you, Dr. Panebi, for coming to our show. To viewers at home, JJ Chukwuma will be handling the next episode. See you. Over and out.